I do traffic stops for a living.
All the tyranny-loving lemmings absolutely adore Deputy Frank Sloop from the Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff's Department. Or should I say Frank Brady List Sloop.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living. Wow, there's a lot of misinformation sitting in the driver's seat of that vehicle. Write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do. And I don't know how to bridge that gap between like ignorance and knowledge, because I don't think that there's enough wood to build that bridge. Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations. No, I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do.
We'll get back to that Brady List thing in a minute. In the meantime, Deputy Frank Sloop from the infamous Fridays with Frank wants you to know that he does traffic stops for a living.
I do traffic stops for a living.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but he does traffic stops for a living.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living.
It's his job to issue citations.
Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations.
This means it's his sole duty to extort Americans on public highways. It's literally his job to write tickets. It's all he does.
No, I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do.
It's all I do.
It's all I do.
In other words, it's not his job to serve and protect. It's his job to harass and collect.
It's all I do.
And why do we call him Frank Brady List Sloop? Well, because Frank is on the Brady List. And what exactly is the Brady List, you might ask? A giglio or Brady List is an actual list compiled usually by prosecutors' offices or a police department containing the names and details of law enforcement officers who've had sustained incidents of untruthfulness, criminal convictions, candor issues, or some other type of issue placing their credibility into question. So Deputy Frank Sloop basically has no credibility, at least in the eyes of some prosecutors and some police departments. And if you've got no credibility with a police department, boy, you are in a bad way. Now, maybe you don't believe me about the seriousness of being on the Brady List. Maybe you'd rather hear it from a lawyer. Okay, fine.
The Brady List is essentially a list of police officers who have committed some sort of bad thing in their career. These lists are kept by prosecutors' offices, and the purpose of them is to inform defendants and defense attorneys of potential Brady and Giglio evidence. That is exculpatory evidence that you can use as a criminal defendant against some of the witnesses. So, for example, if an officer lied on a report, had an initial affairs investigation due to that lie, and was found to have actually lied, you could potentially introduce that in your case as you're cross-examining the officer. The Brady List gives you that information. Now, the problem with the Brady List is that it is maintained by prosecutors' offices. And while they have a duty to disclose this information, what we have found over the years is that sometimes some information is just not disclosed, and even if they have it, they still don't disclose it. And so a diligent and competent approach to representation, investigating all of these potential issues, is necessary to ensure that you're not missing out on a potentially helpful issue.
So while they may not disclose every officer on the Brady List, we do know the Fridays with Frank star is on it. If Frank Brady List Sloop has credibility issues right off the bat, how do we know he's telling the truth about anything? Dave was over there speeding. Susie didn't have her seatbelt on. Ralph didn't activate his turn signal in the appropriate amount of time.
71, passing all these cars. Get a good look. That guy right there.
The rational, logical, constitutional answer is we can't trust him. I mean, that is if you're into all that rationality, logic, and constitutional stuff. But that small Brady List credibility detail doesn't stop the gushing lemming masses from genuflecting and licking the boot polish right off of Frank's jack boots as he tramples our rights under the color of traffic law.
Let us take a look at some of the glowing accolades Frank gets on the Pinal County Sheriff's Department Facebook page, shall we? Oh, Frank, you are great. Happy New Year to you all from Galway, Ireland. Frank Sloop, I look forward to Fridays with Frank so much. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Deputy Sloop.
About time. I feel like there should be an officer dedicated to that purpose on the I-10.
And that purpose is shaking down people on the highways and byways of America.
About time a police force focuses on left lane drivers. You guys are the best. Great job, brother. Need more of this enforcement in the state. I love this guy. He's hilarious. Pinal County Sheriff's Office, we need longer episodes. Frank is entertaining. Way to go, Frank. You got this, Officer Frank.
Bicep flex.
Best cop ever. Love Frank. Cracks me up. I love this officer. He's the reason I would go to Pinal County Sheriff's Office, Pinal County. Thank you, deputies. Hey, I love what you're doing. Thank you for your service. Well done, PCSO. LOL, backpack intent. Classic. You are awesome. Great job.
We got a lot of top fans in this comment section.
Frank is awesome! Wish more deputies and or officers would enforce those camping in the left lane. Love you, Frank. Good job, Frank. God bless you forever. Thank you. Wish you could visit our US 60 East Mesa.
We got some people down here that need to be economically terrorized, Frank. Could you help us out?
Great job, you guys. Great as always. The semi-trucks do it all the time.
That's hanging out in the left lane. It's a real crime.
My favorite episode. Love your videos.
See, the problem with America is not that we have a long line of psychopaths who want to rob and rule us. It's that we have tens of millions of Stockholm Syndrome victims begging to be robbed and ruled.
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I tell you how this works. Let me see your driver's license or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you for failing to provide ID.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we start standing up against the tyrants instead of calling for the tightening of the chains of our own oppression?
I do traffic stops for a living. I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living. Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations. No, I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do.
If you guys enjoy these videos, maybe you'll enjoy some of my others. Check out my most popular playlist and some of the other playlists. Maybe there's some videos on there that you haven't seen. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are, exercise your rights, and stand for your rights. If you don't use your rights, you're going to lose your rights. Yeah, I get it. Freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having freedom. I'll see you in the next video.